Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Scythe by Stonemaier Games. Jamey Stegmaier is the designer, and I backed this on Kickstarter. I have to tell you, it has taken me a very, very long time to review this game, and for two reasons, really. Reason number one, it took me a really long time to play it. It is a daunting thing. You open the box up and it is filled just to the top with, it's like a 7-pound thing. And I just kept opening it and saying, oh, and putting it back. Putting it back. Maybe I could find somebody who'll play it and teach me how to play it, but oh god, I was going to sit here. So that was one. And you know, I don't play that many heavy games. Not that this game's that heavy, but it feels that heavy. And two, having then played it some more, I don't know that the world needs another glowing review of how incredible and fantastic Scythe is. There are many of them. There are so many of them. Majority of them. Right? This game is great. It's stellar. It's wonderfully designed. The component quality is fantastic. The bang for the buck. I mean, the thematic artwork, right? Like, I just don't know that Jamey or anyone needs yet another feather in that cap, right? And so I was thinking about, and I like this game a lot. If this had come out it came out, but if I had gotten the review in before the end of last year, this would have easily been in my top 10. Easily. All the way up there, right? It's a great game. This is a possession you will play for years and years. There's a lot going on in here. But who wants to do that? Right? And I'm sorry, Jamey. So what I thought I would do, let's cut to the chase. What am I doing? Well, I'm not opening this box. I'm not teaching you how to play. You just got to trust me. It's stellar. And what I want to do is I'll give you a little hint of this awesome stuff. Oh, that's hard. Okay. But what I decided to do is I'm going to give you 4 games, you casual mid-level player who likes gaming, likes Eurostyle. I'm going to give you 4 games to play that I feel will best prepare you to play this game. And they're all stellar games. So you're going to get 5 great games, not just one. So let's get started. First one, Small World, right? This is a gem. It's been around for a while. This is replacement for Risk. And basically, it is an area or territory control game where you're moving units along the board to take over the map, really, like Risk. But I think this is a great primer to, one, comboed mixtured abilities. One of the things in Scythe is they have the different characters or hero types, and then they have the different regions or areas you're from. You basically get these different combinations each time you play. That's one of the reasons it's so great. One of the reasons you can play it 100 times. But Small World has that vibe where each time you play, each race you're given forces you to think about the board in a little bit different way. And that skill that you'll develop here really applies here. Now, this is heavily combat. Combat isn't quite as heavy in this, though it depends on who you're playing, but also just getting familiar with the combat and trying to beat other players and go in with more strength will be helpful. So Small World, great entry level, right? This is above like Ticket to Ride, but really easy to pick up and play. And I think will get you in the mindset for this. So Small World. Now, 2, 5 Tribes. Amazing game. 5 Tribes doesn't have all that much in common with Scythe other than this is to the bone, Euro-style game where you have a variety of different ways to score and win and multiple different things going on at the same time that you have to sort of understand this track, that thing, this set, all these different pieces that are happening at the same time. And it happens to be a fantastic game, right? So what I think Five Tribes does in preparing you for Scythe is in Scythe, you have all of these different ways to earn, essentially stars. And you understanding that you can play different tracks, and whether you want to be more on the more in the combat or in the resourcing or exploration, or you're going to go to the center. There's all these different things you can do in Scythe, and they all have sort of different tracks and scores and ways of benefiting you. I think Five Tribes starts building that kind of experience in a Euro-style game, and this one's fun as well. Again, all of these, I would say, like, there's A gaming, lightweight, fast, easy, jump in and go type. Then you probably move to this stuff, layered, but still sitting in that 45-minute, 60-minute category. And then I think it puts you here, right? So, Small Worlds, Five Tribes. The next game I'm going to pick out is Istanbul. So, Istanbul has really tight resources and resource tracks that you're using, and you're always thinking about what you have and what you can buy and where you can go with it. It also has this fantastic concept of you carrying around your workers with you around the board and dropping them off as you go, and that's key to movement and play in Scythe. So knowing how and when to bring people and how to manage resources, I think are really key to this game, and I think Istanbul brings that out. I'm also going to say, right, I bet you other people have 4 games that'll be like, these 4 games are way more closely aligned to this. Like, I don't know how you got there, Ed. And it's not to me that I think these are one-to-one to the mechanics in here. They really aren't. It's that I was really impressed and surprised at quite how straightforward and simple this game was. And when I was thinking about, for me, myself, what game sort of made that the case, because it really has got a lot going on, you couldn't just give this to some new player. It was like, I was sort of leaning on things, and these were the games that I was thinking of. So it may just be me, but I can certainly say you're not going to play, these are great games, right? So you're not losing anything, right? Like, by playing these games. But I do think, again, if you can play these 4 games, you absolutely can play Scythe. You can learn how to play Scythe. You can read the rules. You can have a ton of fun. And then this opens up this huge range of more complex heavyweight games. And then also, or you could just play like any other Jamey game, and you're there too. But let's set that aside. So last one, just to close this out, is Concordia. So Concordia is a game where you're, taking over territory and trading resources, and again, not that much similar to Scythe. However, this in some ways is the most important, because in Concordia, you have a set of, depending on where you are in the game, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things you can do on your turn, but you can only do one thing. And a big part of really loving and enjoying Concordia is getting into this flow where players are, it's a longer game, it is more complicated, but this flow where players are just playing their moves like in rapid succession, because while they're waiting, you're like, well, when it comes back to me, I'm going to do this, and you can sort of do your thing. And you have to be reactive, but the beauty of Scythe is it has a similar thing where you're like, everyone's picking that one thing they're going to do, and they can't do the same thing they did the previous turn. And it enables this game that, for experienced players, really can actually be like a 45-minute, 60-minute game. I mean, maybe a little longer. But the point is, if players are like going, and they're just doing their one simple thing, it works. And I think Concordia is a great way to learn how to do that. The great way to have that sort of like, the board's going to go, he's going to go back to me, what am I going to do, and keep that flow going. You don't have to amass your whole thing at once. You're really just doing that one next thing and following that next strategy. So maybe this was a terrible idea. Maybe it was helpful to some. But again, I can't recommend Scythe enough. Fantastic, stellar, amazing, platitudes, wonderful, bravo. You did it yet again, sir. But if you're like me and you open this thing and you go to you pick it up and you're just like, oh, there's no way. Play these games and then second guess that instinct and go play it. You'll be able to learn it on your own. You'll be able to teach yourself. And if you can't, play it with somebody else. It really is a great game. And it really will open up a lot of other games. So, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.